Why learn Zig in 2026? In this video, we're going to answer that question. I'm going to give you 5 reasons as to why I think you should learn Zig in 2026. And if you don't know who I am PokeLego Dev. I'm a full-time software engineer, mainly doing web development in the day, but on the side, I'm building a game engine written in Zig. No surprise. Number 1, Zig's native C integration. So Zig's ecosystem may be young, but C, it's old. There's lots of code there, so many libraries, so much code that you can use, and you can just use it easily with Zig. It plugs in very nicely. You can add any C code in your build system, and it'll just compile. You can use it right within Zig, and it's a great fluid experience. So you, as a developer, can start working on a Zig project and then be like, oh, it'd really be nice to have this image processing library. And you're like, oh, that doesn't exist in Zig. Well, there's a very good chance it exists in C. And you can just easily take that, plug it in, and just go on writing your Zig code. So what this allows you to do is write new applications in Zig, leveraging all its great features, but then having that battle-tested C library underneath powering some important part of your app. Okay, number 2, Zig's ecosystem. So this may seem very similar to the last point, but I do want to differentiate it a little bit. A lot of people may see this as a disadvantage for Zig, being there's not a huge ecosystem out there. And I'd say you're right, there isn't a ton out there, but it is growing fast and you see new libraries popping up every day, really. But that's not the point I want to make. I want to make the point of you as a developer can shape the future of Zig. You can be the person to write that core library that's used by thousands of developers. That can be your responsibility. And for me, I think that's very empowering. The language is young and growing, and you have a chance to be at the forefront of that. It's getting more and more popular. As we can see in the Stack Overflow yearly survey, if you look at 2024, Zig was only used by about just over 1%. But if you look now at the 2025 developer survey, it doubled to 2%. And sure, it may seem like that's a small number, but also on paper, that's a 2x improvement. The usage of Zig has doubled in the past year. And obviously, it's probably not going to double every single year, but I think in 2026, it's just going to become more and more popular. And one other thing from the 2025 Stack Overflow survey, if you look at the 5 most desired languages, sure, Rust is number 1, but Zig's just a few slots down at number 4. So out of all the languages out there, Zig's number 4. Number 3, the new I/O interface. Right now, the latest release of Zig is 0.15, but with the upcoming 0.16 release, Zig is getting a big upgrade when it comes to how it uses I/O. And by I/O, I don't just mean reads and writes to files. I mean everything that can be asynchronous. This is really exciting because it's something that's pretty unique to Zig, whereas other languages force you into one model of asynchronous programming. To kind of give you an example of what this could look like, let's first look at Node and let's say Rust. So Node, it's a single-threaded event loop. So you don't have any control over that. That is how it's built, designed, and will function for all asynchronous programming. And in Rust, you may have something like Tokyo or any other library, or even how you write your own Rust library. You are always deciding. You can be, is this going to be a single-threaded event loop, or will this be multi-threaded? Or in Go, it's most likely going to be using Go routines. But with the new I/O interface in Zig, it gives you the ability to choose what you want. As a library developer, you can just plug into a standard I/O interface and write your code without any care about how, if it's multi-threaded, if it's single-threaded, if it's using coroutines. And what this allows is for us developers to choose what we want. Maybe for our specific use case, I want to use a single-threaded event loop for a web server. Or maybe for this other high-performance application, I want it to be multi-threaded. I know I'm going to be running it somewhere with lots of threads. Let's make it multi-threaded. Or let's say your application may need thousands of threads. You can't use pure threads, so you might think coroutines are the best use for this. Or you may need to spin up thousands of threads. So in this case, coroutines are probably best. And that's the power of the new I/O interface. You as a developer, you can choose what you want for your use case. Library developers will just use a standard interface, std.io, and they won't care. They will just write their code and it should just work out of the box after you choose what you want. And I just want to say, drop a comment if you want me to make a video of the new IO interface once it's released. Reason number 4, the future is very bright. So what do I mean by this? Well, if you look at projects using Zig, there's some big projects out there like Tiger Beetle, Ghosty, and of course Bun. If you don't know Bun, it's an entire JavaScript runtime. It's meant to replace Node.js, and it's extremely fast because it uses Zig. And this is why I think Zig is so powerful in 2026. If you look at Bun, it was just acquired by Anthropic. They're at the forefront of AI and they care about Bun, which means they care about Zig. So all that means is more and more efforts are going to go into Zig to make sure it's an amazing language, which it already is. And of course, as we see Zig scale to bigger and bigger projects, that just means more companies are going to depend on it, which means more efforts are going to go into maintaining the language and making it better. And even though it's not at 1.0, we can see these big projects using it. So people care. People want to use Zig. And again, as I referenced earlier, the usage of Zig's gone up and it's one of the most desired languages. Reason number 5, I'm building a game engine. In case you haven't seen my channel, I'm making a game engine in Zig. If you want to check it out, the videos are on my channel. It's a tutorial series. I will probably do devlogs in the future. But right now, all that is streamed on Twitch, where I'm a lot further ahead than YouTube and I'm still making very active progress on it. So why did I choose Zig for my game engine? Well, it's really the reasons I've already listed. One being its great C integration. I was able to just use GLFW super easily, and that allowed me to just focus on Zig code. GLFW is a battle-tested window library. I know it's going to work, and that just takes the pressure off me and allows me to just focus on the actual game engine itself and developing it. And those are all the reasons I think you should learn Zig in 2026. If you're planning to use Zig this year, drop a comment saying Zig 2026 down in the comments. And one last thing before I end the video, I just started a Discord server. If you want to come say hi, that link is down in the description alongside my Twitch link, which you can find me live streaming my game engine development. Again, come say hi if you ever see me live. Appreciate chatting to anyone. If you liked the video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, commented, subscribed, really anything. It really helps a small channel like me grow and just very motivating, and I'll keep making content. And if you have any ideas, feedback, leave it down in the comments. Be happy to chat and have a great day.